right. Hello, everyone. Sorry you're not going to see my face, but I promised a video about a scam situation that I almost fell victim to. So I'm just going to walk you through what happened and how, like, at what point I should have realized it was a scam, at what point I did realize it was a scam. And the goal of this is, hopefully, if you see something like this, you will get out of it sooner and not waste a whole bunch of time and pack a bunch of shit for no reason. So, this started with my one of my posts. This is a set of earrings that I sell, or not earrings, sorry. This is set of bracelets that I sell. And this person here messaged me and said, "Let me go next. There we go. How much will it cost me in total with shipping cost?" Now you might notice that they sent that at like December 14th. Anyone who's been following my personal life knows that I was going through some fucking shit right around the end of the year. That took up a lot of my time and energy. So I never even fucking looked at this. So when I finally did, um, this was early, or sorry, end of the year, I think. Um, but basically, I said, "Hello, I assume this reply will be coming too late. I'm sorry. I suck. If you want more information, let me know." I genuinely didn't think this person would message back. So here's flag number one. This was well over a week, probably closer to 2 weeks of distance. I was replying mostly because I wanted to be polite, and I did not and should not, and you should not expect any actual buyer to, want to buy something from you if you are like fucking weeks like replying to your first message. So this right here is a lesson in like, A, this should have been my first like major red flag. B, you do everything you can to at least be communicative to your customers. Anyway, so notice I sent that at like 11:17. Now, I don't know if Messenger shows if it was AM or PM. I'm pretty sure that was PM though. But either way, they replied back saying they're still interested. So I messaged back again. Notice the timestamp at 6 in the morning. And basically, I'm going over like the pricing, and if they live in Denver, I can ship it for free because I'll just deliver it. They ask how many bracelets do I have left. So right here, I do remember thinking like, how many are you gonna buy? I hand make everything, right? So it's not like I have a huge inventory. My initial impression of this person was that maybe they were they weren't really into zodiac stuff. They were just trying to see if they could find stuff for maybe some of the more zodiac inclined people in their life. Um, but so they're asking, how many do you have? I say quite a few. But since these are specific zodiac signs, there are some signs I'm out of. Because again, at this point, I'm assuming maybe he doesn't know what the zodiacs are. I mean, this person, we don't know anything about them really. Maybe this person doesn't know anything about what the zodiac symbols are. Maybe they're buying for somebody who does know, whatever. So I do a quick tally. I literally just opened up everything that I had currently on my counter, went through and was like, okay, here's what I've got. And they say they want all of the Virgos and all of the Libras. Okay, how much will be the total cost? So I sent him those pictures. I said, do you live in the US? Because while I will ship internationally, it is such a pain in the ass that I don't even offer it on my website. This is you've got to talk to me and convince me it's worth it sort of situation. Um, but they said yes, so I said that we're looking at $45 total. So that's $10 per bracelet. There are 4 bracelets, and I'm doing $5 in shipping. And that's because these are small, they're light. I don't have to package them super heavily. Um, if I am to pay now, when will you be able to ship out? And I'm thinking, okay, I need to ship these out like immediately. So this is still like 6 in the morning. I am at once getting ready to go to work, but I'm also like running around like getting like a box and shit prepared. I'm trying to get the shipping stuff ready. I said I can ship out today. Um, they say, do you accept Zelle? I personally, until this moment, had not set up a Zelle account. I very, very rarely get Zelle requests, and most of the people who do request Zelle, I say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I do have Venmo or Cash App," and they have those as well. So I have never needed to get Zelle. So I tell them like, oh, I prefer Cash App or Venmo, but if Zelle really is the only option, I can set that up. And then he'll say, oh, wait. So, okay. So I set it up. Now, when I set it up, oops, that's not the right one. Sorry. Ignore this. This comes back later. This was the email address or email I got from Zelle when I initially set up Zelle. You'll notice that it says, do not reply, zellepay.com. Welcome to Zelle. This was just very basic, like, this is your email notification. You have a profile now. Okay. Very basic, very simple, cool. Um, what's your Zelle name? I used my actual legal name because I had to use, my actual legal bank account. What's your phone number? I have a business phone number, so I give them that. I apologize, but due to security requirements, my account is classified as a business account, resulting in the system requesting an email address. Okay, so I am not, obviously, I literally just signed up for Zelle. I am not familiar with Zelle. So this sounds kind of like, yeah, okay, but this is where the scam really begins. Um, Again, I have a business email. I don't mind handing it out. It's on all of my stuff. So this doesn't strike me as particularly weird. So I give him my business email that is associated with the Zelle account. I have since deleted the Zelle account. I don't want it. But if you have looked at Zelle, that doesn't seem correct. I don't know if this is true. I never had a business account. So I don't know if they do require an email address. I have no idea. But what I did know is that they were getting my email address so they could send me something else. So they send me a thing saying, "Hey, you just paid $45." And then they're like, "Have you received it?" Now, this is me being silly, okay? This is what I'm about to explain to you, is like not great business practice. But when I saw this, I was willing to let it go on faith. Some of these Zodiac bracelets I've had for a little while. I'm kind of really ready to get rid of them. That's why if you see me in person, I often have them discounted. So I'm focused on like, I'm getting these packed up. I need your address. I'm getting everything shipped and ready. And again, I'm still like getting ready to go to work. So he's asking, have you received it? Frankly, I don't care. I see this and I'm like, cool, we're probably fine. Now, if you look really closely, you'll see that they're saying this is coming from Zelle Pay. Let's look back at that email. Huh. Okay. That's a little weird, but I didn't notice this initially. Oops. Whoa. Come back. Come back. So I didn't notice that initially. I just see Zelle, you said you paid, cool, whatever. And that looks pretty legit to me. So I'm packaging these things. The guy gets a response. I got notification from Zelle regarding the funds I sent you. I think the funds are pending. Please check. So I checked. They gave me their address. So I'm getting ready to set. Um, so I don't see any funds pending. Now I know in Cash App you do have to sort of approve funds coming in. I didn't see anything. And I just kind of assumed it might take a little while for the money to get in, especially since this is a new account. So again, if this had been like a legit transaction, I would have been willing to wait for a day or two, sent these out, and possibly lost money that way, just because I'm nice. But yeah, so I'm not seeing anything. I get an email though. This is the email that I got. Notice it comes from Zelle Pay. And like, these are pretty fucking close, right? That's pretty close. That looks really similar. But like, look at this email address. Zelle Pay Online Services 24 hours at gmail.com. If I had been paying more attention, and I should have been, I would have immediately been like, oh, this is full. This is fake. This is fucked up. Because a huge corporation like this, no way they're using a Gmail account. No way. No way. Absolutely not. There's no fucking way. And I already know they're not because they have a domain, right? So the fact that this is a Gmail account already, scam. Scam. Anything that comes in here is wrong. But so here's what they told me. For assistance, text our agent immediately on WhatsApp. Again, another red flag. Why the fuck are they having me text them at WhatsApp? They should have a like a contact us form, a chat, something. This is already really hinky. But here's what they say. You have received $45, but it's been withheld for further verification and declared pending because we noticed that the Zelle is limited, hence not a business account. It has been limited. That's already kind of weird wording, but whatever. The payment was issued from a business account, so we can't initiate the transfer. Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Why would that matter? But okay, to get this, so I, that's a little weird right there, right? But I'd be willing to accept it if they required like an ID or something, right? Or they needed like a 24-hour time period where the account isn't closed. They need something, other information. But that's not what they need. They say to get this resolved immediately, you require to contact the sender of the payment and send the person who paid me is supposed to send an additional $200, so it'll be upgraded. Then so sum total of 245 will be credited to my account effectively. Blah blah blah. There's blah 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 blah. So I'm like, no, I guess you're not getting this, but I'm sorry. There's no way I'm going to accept, because in my head, again, and I don't even think this is a scam yet because I'm not paying fucking attention, but I'm like, if Zelle really wants the person, my customer, to send me an extra $200, I'm not asking that. That's ridiculous. There's no way. That customer has no proof that I'll give them the money back. They don't have, no, we're not doing this. That's not cool. I don't like this. So I go back to them. They said, are you on WhatsApp? It appears you received a payment from Zelle Business Unit before. You haven't received, possibly because it exceeds your limit. And again, I don't see any limits on Zelle. Did you see their finance agent? So here's where we're starting to get into like, okay, this is definitely weird territory. Why would a customer want this so badly, right? These are not expensive bracelets. Like, I don't mean to diminish myself, but these are bracelets. This is $40 for 4 bracelets. This is nothing. Why are they pushing me so hard to go to WhatsApp? So, but I'm like, okay, customer service, I will talk with them. So I talk with them. I'll show you those. I saved a couple screenshots of those as well. But basically, I tell the WhatsApp folk, I'm like, hey, this is weird. I don't want to do this. Is there any way to fix it? Now this guy is saying, oh, I got the same email saying that your account is not a business account. And that's why I can't get you the money. To resolve this, I'm being asked to send an additional $200. Can I rely on you to refund me the extra payment immediately once I've sent it? So I sent a screenshot. He liked it, but I'm like, and again, like now we're getting really pushy. I'm telling you this right now. If you could see my face, you would see me waggling my finger. There is no customer on earth, no legitimate customer on earth that will give you extra money just because and expect you to refund it. No legitimate customer. So I'm looking at all this and I'm like, this is not cool. I don't like this. I even woke up Michael and I was like, can we double check? I need a gut check. My gut says this is bad. And he looks through all this and he's like, why is Zelle having you contact them through WhatsApp? Like that was his thing. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. This whole thing is fucked up. So I end up saying, and the fact that he's pushy too, like, are you there? It's been 2 minutes, calm down, bud. I say, I'm sorry, I'm not comfortable with this. I'm not going to upgrade my business account, nor am I going to accept any money from you for this. If you have another way to pay, please let me know. Otherwise, I am afraid I cannot complete this transaction. It's the instructions given, and I've already been debited. No, he hasn't, because I haven't received the money. There's no way. So I tell him that. No, you haven't. I haven't received the money, which means it should still be held in your account. If it is not, I would contact Zelle. I'm sorry, this whole situation seems not entirely legitimate to me from my end. I'm going to be blocking you now. He calls me a bunch of times. Now we're going to get into the WhatsApp messages. Is this the first one? I don't know why it didn't organize them the way it organized the other ones. Is this the... Okay. So this is the WhatsApp. Again, you'll notice that they did a really good job, right? There's a nice logo, Zelle, whatever. I tell this agent, the person who's trying to send me money does not want to send me an extra $200. Is there any other way? Because I assumed they wouldn't. That's just, I didn't even ask that. I just assumed that. So they say, we are so sorry for the inconveniences. Okay, we're already into misspelling territory. And I'm already just like, no, I don't like this. My team and I are really trying to fix this issue on our data server. What do you mean? I thought this was because I don't qualify. Why is this an issue on the data server? But for now, what we can do is ask you to ask the payee for the additional payment to increase your limit. Reach out to them now. Um, and I'm like, that was never even an option for me. I was never going to ask that. There's no way. That's not happening. If the payee is unable to send the amount, is there anything else I can do? I reached out. They asked I speak with you. Is it possible that the $45 will eventually be processed just at a delay? Because that's what I initially assumed, right? I don't have a business account. It's going to take them a while to send it through. So I'm like, I'm fine waiting. If that means that I get, a customer who's happy and maybe a good review out of it, that's more important to me than this immediate $45. Do, 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 do. Oh, this is the first thing I sent. David. The person's name I was talking to is David. Um, Okay. We also notified the pay on what to do. And also for your account to be insured. So basically they're like, no. And then they call me. So at this point, I've already told the first dude, like, we're done. This isn't happening anymore. I'm not doing this. And I told them, I looked this up and I see that this is not a legitimate business practice. Please do not call me any further. And what I meant was I Googled this. I Googled this whole situation. And I will show you what I found. Let me pull that up over here. Oh, it's over here. I should have been more prepared. I'm sorry. What other, do they call me a bunch? They might have called me a bunch. I feel like they did. Let's see. Oh, this is just more from Jacob calling me. This one made me laugh. He's trying to call me back. You don't have anything to worry about. It's a normal process. This transaction is highly secured by Zelle. I guess it's a new policy because I use a business account. How can you say it's a normal process and also it's a new policy? Like everything about that got so fucking weird, so fucking fast. Um, I hated it. I hated everything about it. So here is the article that I found just Googling around that morning talking about this specific scam. So I'm gonna skim through this for you real quick. But those who sell on Facebook Marketplace should be a scam alert issued by the Better Business Bureau. It warns of Zelle scams on Facebook Market. We know what Zelle is. How does it work? A buyer contacts a seller to buy the item and pay using Zelle. If the seller agrees, the buyer asks for the seller's email address to send the payment, but the buyer doesn't send it. Instead, the buyer sends a fake email, which is what I got. This fake fucking email right here. They sent a fake email saying that the seller must also upgrade to the Zelle business account to receive payment for a fee of a few $100s. The buyer then contacts the seller directly, claiming they received the same emails. They sent enough money to cover the purchase and the upgrade fee. They then asked to be reimbursed for the upgrade fee. They provide fake screen captures. So I think what they're hoping for in this is that they would send me they would claim they had sent me $200. I would immediately send them $200 back without waiting to receive the initial $245 payment. And I would essentially pay them for something that I hadn't actually gotten. And they provide the fake screen captures as documentation and proof of payment to entice the seller to refund without first checking their account. So I think that's what they were looking for. Now, here's what I find really interesting is, and I think it's just an editorial note. I remember seeing somewhere else that this became popular because you had people like this trying to buy big ticket items, right? Expensive shit, really expensive items. And it's if you're a small business owner and you have a piece that's worth hundreds of dollars and someone's like, yeah, I'll buy it. It's really hard to resist that temptation, frankly. That's hard. We live and die often, sale to sale. Like it really sucks that this is a thing that happened. Now, like I said, I was never comfortable, sending or asking someone to send me $200. Um, I I don't know. I'm glad I caught it early. Um, And I just wanted to kind of walk through like why this was a problem and like everything that happened. The big thing that I would say is like always check that. And then like ask yourself, does this make sense? Right? It makes no sense for Zelle to need to verify your account by having someone send you more money. Think about that. That doesn't make sense. If they are worried that your account is fraudulent or it hasn't been approved to receive certain funds, why would they then say, in order to qualify to receive more funds, ask someone to send you more funds? No, that would put Zelle at risk. That doesn't make any sense. None of this makes sense. So be smart. I know sometimes we can get blinded by money. Be smart. Don't trust the screenshots that you're getting. Don't trust the emails that you're getting. Double check everything. And most importantly, if something feels weird, listen to your gut. That's all I have to say. I hope this was educational for some people. Sorry it was a little long. But yeah, Happy New Year. Don't get scammed. Bye.